Yo guys, what's up? This is Suikhan and thanks for joining me today on my Dark Nexus Arena first impressions. This is not a full review of the game because I haven't played the game enough to give like a full review, and of course it's still in its super early alpha, so it's still in like infancy. So let's talk about the game. So it has been made by Whitebox Interactive. This is their first game apparently, and it is of course licensed by no other than Games Workshop. And Games Workshop actually has, of course, the Warhammer IPs, and Warhammer IP, you know, they have made a good licensed games and bad licensed games. I think the Dawn of War games were pretty good when they came. Maybe the new Total War Warhammer will be good too. I'm looking kind of forward to that, but let's see. But let's talk about Dark Nexus Arena. So it is in its earliest alpha. There's a lot of things that are really in its like primitive stage, like the client itself. There's nothing really there except a play button and options where you can like do a few settings. So the game itself, okay, we have only one mode as of now, which is called Deathmatch, which means that whoever gets 100 points first will win. You get points from kills and destroying pylons, aka turrets. And you have this like a dark arena map, which is based on the dark elder like worlds or something, and like this fighting pits or something like that. And you are able to play as many of the different characters from the Warhammer 40k universe: Urks, Tyranids, Tau, I think it's called Iron Guard, and Katachans and everything like that. There's kind of like a small roster of characters right now in the game, and it uses same mechanics as like MOBAs like Smash Mach Champions, so WASD movement, which is actually good rather than click based. It's kind of nice to have like a bit of a, so to speak, differences. So I guess there's gonna be controller support for the game at some point. Maybe it will hit consoles too. Who knows? And the game is kind of, as I said, it's in its earliest stages. So a lot of the stuff in the game is still like very primitive, like the interface. Like the scoreboard, the shop, and the minimap looks like it has been made with paint. So a lot of that stuff looks like pretty bad right now. And I heard they have improved some of the stuff, but they still have a long way to make look everything like on today's standards. The funny thing about the graphics is that the characters itself kind of look very blurry and undetailed in my opinion. But the actual terrain in the map looks pretty decent and good. It looks impressive to me. Like, but the characters, they have like some weird animation shit going for them, and like glitching on that part. And they don't really look like high-end graphics. They kind of look very crappy. Could be like PlayStation 2 models if you ask me. And I think they have to improve that a lot. Those two parts, animations and the models, they don't impress me right now, and they look kind of outdated, and they need more detail and maybe a higher poly count. And as for like the game's mechanics, as I said, like the 100-point system is pretty good, unless the other team is AFKing at the base, so you can't get any points. The map itself is isometric, so you have like this big, well, you can't really call it a jungle, but let's say there's a neutral creep zone. As far as I know, there's not like this big creature in the middle like Roshan or Baron type of a thing. I wish there would be, but I guess I didn't at least see one during my test. But there's a neutral objective, so you can creep there and get more gold. There you have a very like a small pool of items also in the game, along with a small pool of heroes. So there's not a lot of content in the game right now, and it just feels very unfinished product. But it's an alpha, so please guys, don't really judge it on its cover right now. It may look bad now, but it may look very good after a while. If you look at League of Legends, how it looked on its infancy, it was pretty bad, and now it looks pretty good. So, but this MOBA like graphics reworks hardly happened though. So it has only happened in 2 games so far, in my opinion. At least what I know. So it will take a lot of time if they want to like rework a lot of the models in the game and animations, but they really need work. They're not impressing me as of right now. The music seems okay. The client itself, as I mentioned, there's not a lot of settings. As for like what comes from overall options, there's not a lot of like settings when it comes to graphics. You can like change shadows to high quality or low quality, but there was nothing in about like normal graphics which you could like texture details or anything. So I think there's need to be adjustments on that front too. Right now I probably won't play Dark Nexus Arena until they patch the game more and make it more like contentful and just fix the game and make more content to it. Right now you can buy an early access package, so aka founders package, and right now the beta tests or the alpha test, the early access tests are in weekends, so you're only able to play weekends. Being honest, I don't think you should invest the money yet. You can get a key at alienware.com right now for free, and you could try the game out. At least I didn't have like a long wait till to get in the queue. The game has potential, but it remains to be seen if they're able to fulfill it and use the maximum potential. Right now the things don't look that hot, but it could be in the future, so I don't do the overall judgment until they release the game. And thanks for watching this video. Check out my other MOBA reviews and see you guys on the next video. Cheers!